I've been spending the past 2 weeks researching on a video about the current monetary system, more specifically about fiat money. And I'm supposed to publish it this week, but I still haven't had a clue what to make of it because there's so many contradicting theories and inconclusive study results. Inconclusive? Yeah, so I just found myself jumping from one rabbit hole to another. I started this project because I wanted to challenge my belief about money on 3 main points. Number 1, fiat money is a natural evolution from commodity money. Number 2, a certain level of inflation is good, whereas deflation is bad. Number 3, quantitative easing, aka increase or decrease interest rate by the government, helps stabilize the economy and protecting the vulnerable. I'm interested in this topic because in the past year there have been so many discussions about the possible extreme inflation in the future after such a large-scale injection of money. Plus, I also question whether the current low interest rate is actually helping the poor because properties are skyrocketing, stock market is going through the roof, but the poor generally have very limited access to bank loan to buy assets and hence to insure themselves against inflation. Well, I must say that I've succeeded in challenging my belief because now I know that things are messier and murkier than I thought. However, I'm not so convinced about the opposing view either, so I want to dig up further and I'll give myself another week. So if you guys know any good source to read about this matter, please feel free to share with me in the comments. But hang on a second, there's so many things in life that you need to establish a belief before you could act upon it. And you don't have another week to research, let alone the fact that most of the things that we experience every day either have contradicting scientific findings or inconclusive scientific findings, or worst of all is that there's no scientific method could extract the answer. For example, milk first or cereal first? So what you gonna do? What to believe when you don't know what to believe? So now you just need to take a leap of faith and see how your life unfolds. By the way guys, do you want to know why from now on I can only wear dark color socks? Because I bought a pair of shoes 2 years ago or 3 years ago, smaller than my size. So now there are 2 holes. So now if I wear white socks, it will show here. In Buddhism, we believe in karma. I say we even though I'm not really a Buddhist, but because I grew up in a very Buddhist country, I'm pretty sure that a lot of my belief system is influenced by Buddhism. So the principle of karma is to say that the world is fair. When I was a kid, when my grandma spoke of karma as a gospel truth, I was like, that didn't exist. People get away with stuff all the time and reincarnation is just an afterthought to fix this problem. But now it's no longer the question of if karma exists, but the question of whether I choose to act as if the world is fair or as if the world is unfair. In the same way, I could choose to act as if hard work doesn't pay or as if hard work does pay. And if I'm cynical enough about the world and I think that hard work doesn't pay, then what am I gonna do about it? Am I gonna sit around eating chips and just talking about the people who've made it in life, sitting up there on the hierarchy? I think it's cool to be cynical, but I think it's much more courageous to puff off your chest and say that I'm not sure if it's true, but because it's desirable for me, I will choose to believe that it exists and I will act accordingly and I will see how my life unfolds. It's like an Avenger. However, most of the time, I'm not even aware of what I believe. To put it differently, I'm not even aware of what I assume about the world. I used to beat myself up on this. I used to ruminate over the fact that I'm so limited, that I have so many biases, that my life experience, which most of the times I cannot control, especially when I was a kid, shaped how I looked at the world. And I couldn't even get to know what is pulling my strings underneath my consciousness. I hated that fact. I hated it so much. I wish there was a drug like the one in the movie Limitless that could help me see the world as it is and not the appearance of the world that has gone through layers and layers of my filter. One reason is that from experience, the further I'm away from the truth, the more suffering I would have. It's like when you stand on the wrong spot and life keep pulling the rug out from under your feet. Then come the day I learned the most valuable lesson about life. Let's just say I got enlightened. I realized that, damn, if I could see the world without my limitation and my filter, the world would appear as a bunch of fidgeting protons and electrons. Colors would appear as a bunch of waves with different wavelengths. There would be no difference between one thing and another, and everything would be so bland and homogeneous. There would be no joy when there's no pain. There would be no moment of proud when there's no shame. There's no feeling of calm and bliss when there's no anxiety. Nothing could hurt me, but nothing could make me feel anymore. And everything would be ubiquitous and overwhelming. How lame is that, right? In a sense, my filter makes the world become more digestible and fun for me. Customized specifically for me. And when that realization hit you, kids, you would feel the impact cascading throughout your body, turning every single cell in your body upside down. The next second, a light bulb lit up. You would now understand amor fati. Not only would you understand amor fati, but you also experience amor fati. You would feel so much love for yourself and for your fate. It's not the kind of love that you would feel when you bath yourself with expensive lush bath bomb. It's the kind of love that you can't even contain it in your chest, let alone in your words. You would feel so much love for the air you grew up in, the people you have interacted with, both for their kindness and unkindness, for the flaws of your parents, for the pain of your country, for every single stage in your life and every single stupid mistake you make. All of them make the person you are, who is sitting right there having nothing else to do but watching this lame ass video. You would feel like you are the world and the world lives in you. You would stop asking the universe about yourself, about your next promotions, about your struggles in relationship, about what you should do to minimize your future suffering, because it would dawn on you that as long as this world exists, nothing else matters. And if you are to live your life again and again for an infinite amount of time, you would still desire it passionately, exactly the same as it is right now, again and 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 again. Yes, by the way, because today's topic is about our belief in stuff, so I did a test to see where I am in the political compass, and here it is. I even have a certificate. How cool is that? I could attach it with my resume. Anyway, I'll continue to work on my fiat money video. I really hope that I could produce something quality. For now, I wish you an amazing weekend, and I'll see you in my next video.